What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 300 subscribers, of course. We're gonna keep going every day, but today's video we're gonna be talking about Nikola Jokic. And if y'all watching basketball or keeping up with basketball, y'all obviously see the run that Jokic is doing right now, and it raises the question: is he already a top 5 center of all time? Obviously, I'm not gonna go so far as a player because debatably I could put him in the top 20 all time, but I'm not gonna even get into that. But we're just gonna see his stats. We're talk about his stats, and I want to know where y'all rank him determining centers, because he only has one championship. But yeah, let's just get into it. In his rookie season, in the 2015-16 season, Jokic averaged 9 points, basically 10 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. And I can't say that he showed the promise that he was going to be obviously the best player in the league at this point. It was him and Nurkic fighting for center minutes at this point. They were obviously trying to determine who to keep, Jokic or Nurkic, if y'all don't remember, for the Denver Nuggets at that time, because Nurkic actually looked better than Jokic at that time. But the next season, his sophomore season, in the 2016-17 season, Jokic averaged 16.5 points per game, 10 rebounds and 4.5 assists. And this is when Jokic started to show flashes of why they picked him over Nurkic. And he was a young upcoming center coming up in a league where DeMarcus Cousins really was the best center in the NBA at the time. In the 17-18 season, Jokic averaged 18.5 points per game, basically 11 rebounds and 6 assists. And this is the season right before he broke out, but he technically broke out this season. The Nuggets were just short of making the playoffs, or I believe they did make the playoffs this season. I can't remember, but in the 2017 season, they obviously didn't make the playoffs because of that Westbrook game winner, and the Nuggets were so close to making the playoffs. When in the 18-19 season, Jokic finally broke out and showed why the Nuggets chose him over Nurkic. He averaged 20 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists, and this was his first All-Star appearance in 2019. And I can't say that I was really paying attention to him. I just knew that he was an upcoming center, and shit, bro, just to find out what he has become. In the 19-20 season, he averaged 20 points per game, 9.5 rebounds, and 7 assists. And this is his really last time averaging under 24 points per game. And this season, they obviously made the conference finals in the bubble. They came back dramatically from a 3-1 lead from the Clippers that season. And the Nuggets showed a lot of heart in that series. That's why people had faith that the Nuggets would be on top of the West for years to come. And that has sort of happened, but I wouldn't say it, not really. But in the 2020-2021 season, I believe that was his first MVP season. Yeah, this was his MVP season. He averaged 26.5 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. And when people thought that Jokic wasn't going to be better than when he already was, he broke out of that shell even more. And with the loss of Jamal Murray this season, Jokic put the Nuggets on his back, literally. There was really no help there to really assist him, even though they lost in the first or second round to the Suns. Jokic put up work this season, and he came back, followed it up with another great season, another MVP season, when he averaged 27 points per game, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists. And he made his mark this season too. Jamal Murray trying to recover from his injury. They obviously didn't get it done this season. The Warriors ended up winning the championship this season. They lost to the Warriors in 5 games, but Jokic came back, still debatably one of the best player in the world. It was between him and Embiid for the MVP race this season, the 2022-2023 season. He averaged 24.5 points per game with 12 rebounds and basically 10 assists, which is crazy for a center to average. And he was debatably the MVP, but they decided to give it to Embiid, which I'm not mad at, because Embiid's stats in the 2023 season were crazy. But obviously, Jokic finally got it done and ended up winning that championship that I can't say that he won it because he wasn't excited that he really won it. He was excited to go home. He's the guy that really didn't care, or he acts like he doesn't care, but in reality, we know Jokic cares about basketball, bro. In the 2023-2024 season, he followed up another great season with another MVP season, winning his third MVP last year. He averaged 26.5 points per game, 12.5 rebounds, and 9 assists. And there's a discussion whether Shea or Luka could have won this MVP, but Jokic came around and won it. They lost to the Timberwolves, obviously, in the playoffs. They choked Game 7 in the finals. And what can you say? Kat and Rudy Gobert did a great job on him, defending him. But there was not really a roster around him. And to say that Jokic has never played with another All-Star, when I say that stat, it's just ridiculous. Like, what are the Nuggets doing around him? But at least he got one, and hopefully he can get another one. But in the 2024-2025 season right now, well, maybe when I made this video, he's averaging 32.5 points per game, 13.5 rebounds, and 10 assists flat. He's basically averaging a triple-double, and through 19 games, which hasn't been done since Westbrook and Oscar. And if Jokic could keep this up, he might finish second in triple-doubles. I don't see him passing Westbrook, but it's worth a shot. But Jokic's numbers right now are crazy. Yesterday, when I'm recording this video, December 9th, or yesterday, December 8th, if you would say, he had 48 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists. The game before against the Wizards, they lost that game, but he had 56 points, 16 rebounds, and 8 assists. The game before, he had 27, 12, and 11. The game before, he had 38, 10, and 6. The game before, he had 28, 14, and 11. The game before, he had 30, 10, and 7. I could go on and on. There's a 37, 18, and 15 game. There's a 33, 17, and 10 game. 30, 11, 14 game. A 23, 20, and 16 game. But if I want to label or say all his stats from this season, I could go on and on about that. Jokic has been on a tear, and the Nuggets just, I don't know, bro. They just got to figure it out. They got to get another All-Star around him, because obviously Jamal Murray is not going to be an All-Star. I gave up that belief a couple years ago, where people was predicting him to be an All-Star, and Jamal was just not on that level. People compare him to Donovan. People used to compare him to Donovan Mitchell, and I used to be like, what, bro? What are you talking about? But that never made any sense. Jokic is a 6-time All-NBA team member, first All-NBA rookie team, 3-time MVP, obviously, a 7-time Player of the Month, 14 Player of the Week, a Finals MVP, a 6-time All-Star, and obviously an NBA champion. And I don't want to compare Jokic's stats to any other big man, because Jokic is really in a league of his own. His stats speak for himself. Imagine what could happen in the future. He's only, let me see his age. He's only 29 years old, putting up stats like this. He's only in his prime, and he probably has a good 5 seasons, 6 seasons of averaging these kind of numbers, in my opinion. But let me know where y'all rank Nikola Jokic. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. I got some videos right here. If you enjoyed this video you just watched, video on the right and video on the left, and click on it.